All right, so what we're going to look at here is our Gmail accounts and how to make sure we're setting them up where we can see everything a little easier and make sure that we don't have any viruses or any pop-ups that get through. The first thing I would do is make sure that you configure your inbox. Mine is configured where primary, social, and promotional are already been kind of segmented. If they aren't segmented, it would look a little more like this. Under configure inbox, it would just be primary, which is how most people are set up right now. So when you reload the page, those tabs go away and it's just one big, mess, if you will. Well, if we do the Google gear here and we go to configure inbox and we default where the social and the promotional are also fragmented, we'll have three tabs where you can see things a little easier and you can cancel out whatever you see that should be canceled, and then you can close or take to the trash your social and all your promotionals. So if I want to get rid of all my promotionals right now, right, I could just click this box here. Right, about the promotional. Let's say I wanted to select them all. Well, let me do it now. There we go. I could delete them this way now. I could trash. There we go. I can select all of my promotional, and then I could trash everything in my promotional. A little easier way to manage your box. Second, if you get a very important email, let's say you get an email that's really, really important. Let me deselect all those. Let's say Mr. Lee is an important one for me, and I wanted to put him in a particular folder. I could take the folder, and where it says labels, this is their representation of what folders look like. I can click inside my label, and I can add this to my LEAs. Now, if I didn't have this folder named, or this label named, right, I would create a new one. So if I needed to, I can create a new one by going to create a new label. And this is where you put really important parent contact information into one place. Now, how would you go here afterwards? Everything would be defaulted where Mr. Lee's emails will now show in my LEA folder as well in my stream here. So if I come over here to the top and I scroll down to my LEAs, there it is. Then everything in this folder would be shown. Okay? I do like to color code them too. Some of them go like, well, how do you color code them? You click right here, then you can add a label color. So now everything's yellow. And everything from LifeLock and ATEM, well, they'd be right here. So I like my labels. And if you ever need to go back to the top where everything's running, you just go back into your inbox. So that should help in terms of organizing your content and making sure that you have a place to put important emails. But remember, the label doesn't show up here unless you click right here, and then it will show where you can move this to or create label. All right, and if this is really important and you wanted to have it as a note for later, let's say I need to contact Mr. Lee. I could click on the Mr. Lee one here and then do the three dots, and this will allow me to add a task. So if I add a task, look what it does. It automatically will create a task associated with that email. So add a task, and then put in contact Mr. Lee about training. And if I wanted to make a certain time for this, I could also add a date and time. And I want to do this at a time for tonight. I want to be reminded at 7 p.m. There we go. When I back out of it and I close it, it'll be sitting right here. So now I've got a little task to contact him tonight, and I can remember this. So that's pretty much the Gmail part where you can organize safely and also be able to find things. And notice that the label now is yellow and it tagged it. So I now can see it in my main, but also it labeled it and told me, prioritized it and told me what kind of email and who it's from.